At this point, is just counting them off even worth it? But we're double digits!
It really helps on my end, actually.
Alright, well, number 10. Just as a bit of a pre-thing, I think kind of one of the things that kind of turned us on with this series in particular is that we were kind of trying to figure out which show would be sort of a good introduction to something that we have experience with, which is the Yuri genre. And from what I can tell in the preview, I'm still a little fuzzy on the details, but I think the relationship between Madlax and Vanessa, of all people, is going to be kind of the big contributing factors in this. That's actually another big thing that B Train was famous for, and that a lot of its shows kind of had that sort of angle to it, which was another big thing that drew a lot of people my age toward it, especially if they were kind of fans of the I want Yuri, but I want stuff to actually happen to cult. So that's just more of a heads up. I'm not, like I said, I'm really not sure if that's really going to pan out in this episode, but it's more of just like your bird watching guy for keep an eye out for it, kids. It should be coming soonish.
I'm glad you said it's Vanessa because I'm not gonna lie, there was part of me who was really, really worried that it was Margaret.
Rest assured, it's not her.
Okay, good.
They're both of age, thank God, and both not stupid.
Though, given Madlax's track record so far, I'm not sure Vanessa should be celebrating anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a. I mean, this is goddamn. This is already setting up like a Vanessa death episode. Like the sparkling green trees and flashback and.
This discussion of life philosophy.
Mm-hmm. There we go with everybody jumping into existential conversations. So I got this new anime idea. Satire transfers to a high school and you meet your girl with huge boobs. Oh, it is France. Look, it's the Eiffel Tower.
Though, no, it's Nif Frasse or whatever, so it's the Falafel Tower.
That's why everyone has pomps. Damn, we really should have known.
Commentator's curse.
I can't tell if that's like the oldest or newest looking computer I've ever. Oh, there, it's oldest.
Still using DOS prompts. So I've got this idea. I call it a graphical user interface, where instead of having to type out everything, we just kind of move this thing I call a mouse around. That's stupid. You're stupid.
Pomp YN.
CD dot dot slash run Pompadour.
Dot dot political coup I just sort of saw last episode slash did nothing slash.
So they got holographic trackpads, but they're still using DOS prompt.
The timeless element, I guess. I mean, like, give this guy credit. I think he's kind of like the longest surviving male in the entire show.
This is
so he's
true.
doing something right.
The thing that he's done right is be irrelevant.
Smart guy.
The less important I am, the more likely I am to survive.
And I mean, I guess this guy too, but he's the villain. He doesn't count. I wonder if my boss, who's like named dropped the biggest cyber terror organization that pretty much everybody knows is ruling the world, might be bad?
Just in case you didn't know he's evil, we made his computer look like Hal from 2000 Space Odyssey.
And he uses a pen instead of a mouse. All things considered, that's pretty classy.
I'm not gonna lie, if I could control my PC with a quill, I probably would.
Me too.
Meanwhile, in a different series,
How they lovingly animate those 4 strands. It counts as animation. Meanwhile, in another different series. Love this guy's radical hair, though. Look at that. I'll take a shot every time, like somebody, like, wow, you're hot.
it's a lady. That's what I'm supposed to say to them, right?
They like that kind of stuff.
Girls love it when the first thing that you say to them is about their appearance.
He's got a tiny face.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, that guy's face, his proportions are off.
Super weird.
And they keep changing. Like, his face is, like, getting bigger or smaller depending on what he's doing.
Even though he kind of did for a whole episode.
So this guy's dead.
Yep. I mean, they're only run by the internet Phantom of the Opera. Welcome to the Evangelion room.
I just daisy changed all these PCs together, and I think it made it stronger.
If anything, it makes a hell of a playlist.
Also, I don't have to actually own a heater for the winter. I just cracked the door a little bit.
Kids, stop
Lovingly stroke this PC.
Like, you can already tell how unrealistic it is that, like, her hand hasn't burned off in a second. Man, dude, we've had some doozies, but I've never seen someone who's just, like, pretty much rubbing it in our face that he's gonna die.
You might as well just enter the next scene saying, I'm a dead man walking.
Coffee? Tea? I'm dead? No, don't be shy. I'm dying soon. Let's live it up. Ha ha!
Live.
Me. I know that this girl has the evil book, and I'm just gonna sorta not do a lot about it, I guess. For attention reasons. It's like a whole different anime just like keeps desperately trying to like insert itself into this one.
It is.
Admittedly, I think this show is already like three animes just weirdly stitched together in some sort of Frankenstein.
That TV is garbage.
Yeah, God, like it looks like they're just like having this over a phone when somebody's holding up the other phone to a different TV.
I just have to drink more wine. That'll fix the problem.
Yeah, I guess she was kind of acting weird, like saying like I must get to the bottom of this. Huh. Well, you didn't eat that cake, you little brat. Fuck my figure. Look at that cake.
I just want him to die right now. Just like combust.
Just like the computer just has a gun, just come out of it and shoot him. Madlax comes out of the computer and shoots him.
No, he just IMs Madlax and then someone shoots him. Because that's what it takes for someone to die in the series, is that they talk to Madlax. That's why the villain hasn't died yet. He hasn't talked to Madlax.
Uh-huh, you're right. That's
Which
probably
is why he's got a shot then.
Which is probably why he's getting so damn self-assured about it. Like, this man's just pretty much juggling chainsaws before our eyes.
Did the detective talk to Madlax?
He did, but kind of like to the end of the episode, which is probably why he survived until like the second.
Theme of hacking.
Do, 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 do. But it'll be fine. I guess just the
There's a bunch of
age-old
numbers and shit. I can't read this fast. What were you expecting me to say?
I was just gonna say this is just kind of fitting into the age-old problem of making like computer hacking look cool in real time.
You can't just have a character sitting around for like 9 hours looking at progress bars fill up.
Mmm.
I'll be back in like 9 hours. That's apparently how long it takes to make coffee in this series.
Invasion, just right on the screen.
He's got some real good antivirus software that just tells him straight up, just like, you are being hacked right now.
Like, right this second. Right, click your quill pen.
It's not a whole lot.
Oh no, they've turned red! You dumb shit, get out!
Just yank the cord. Fuck it.
You can just see them like getting down on their knees in front of Yuki Kaijura. It's just like, okay, we need a soundtrack to somehow make this seem interesting.
Because God knows we can't.
G level.
I told you, just yank the plug. It's not like you can ever use that computer again anyway. They'll know exactly when the next time it turns on.
Like, they kind of trace this guy through like a rotary phone, dude. Like, why hasn't the mouse just animated and strangled this guy right here by how stupid he's being? Though I kind of like how Margaret's just like obliviously smiling on as
Like, oh, it's the full moon. That's fine.
even though it's like a full moon every other day in this town.
That's the twist that doesn't actually take place on Earth.
Ooh. Or all of this is happening in a day.
I held the power button. So I just dumped these classified hacker files onto just some random Yahoo's computer. It's
Oh, I
probably
got an
fine.
email. I'll just send it to a computer in a war-torn nation. That'll be easy to find. Well, I was gonna say stupid, but sure, ironic's a good word too. Even though you already have?
Eventually, the one reborn is going to be dropping out of that. Like, just using those kind of keyboards are the worst. Like, I have a hard enough time using, like, the Apple ones that are flat.
Ugh.
Like, using one that's just a completely flat surface, that seems like it'd be the worst.
I know. All things considered, I'm still surprised this guy isn't dead.
Yeah, I'm like, he's gonna just get up and trip and fall and snap his neck.
Though all things considered, I'm also kind of bummed that I somehow managed to forget that this whole plot happened because you need to go to a computer in a war-torn nation.
Except they don't, because if they transfer the files onto a computer in a World Tour Nation, that computer has internet access. So they can find it from here. It would take a while, but they could do it.
It's still super contrived either way.
So she has about 9 different outfits that she can lounge around the house with, but she needs to go buy apples. She needs to put on her full combat gear.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you
Okay.
call on model in the biz.
All right, now I just have to find a computer here.
Do you have a computer?
Nice hat.
Just think that Taurus is gonna eat shit.
I mean, look at her. She's dressed like she's taking an interview for the debutante ball, not like going to pack a Fendi Indonesia somewhere. Somewhere you shouldn't be in a business suit. Well, thanks a lot, preview. I mean, like, I went onto that big spiel at the start of the episode, and, like, we had, what, 2 seconds of them interacting?
That's fine. We'll forget we even said and do the same thing next time.
All right. Never learn from your mistakes. Never.
We gotta kill time somehow through that opening.
True. Like, how did we do it back in Want to Be the Strongest?
We drank.
Admittedly, yeah, and we just like said like wrestling, man. Like, admittedly, we had a lot to go on just by I can't believe I'm watching a show about idols and pro wrestling. Like so much that I've gone to another show, and I'm saying like, man, I can't believe we watched a show about idol pro wrestling.
I can't believe we watched a show about IL Pro Wrestling and it actually kind of got good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe like I had things to talk about. What's sad is that I still kind of have more to talk about than I do to have this entire show now, even though it has about 10 times the plot.
See, that's the problem right there, is that it has plot.
Yeah. Well, in the next episode, maybe stuff happens?
Fingers crossed.